What's going on, Gauche? How's everybody doing out there? We are live. We're gonna do a watch party together. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry for the mishap. We got a little technical issues. Windows did a little curveball and tried to trick me, and it worked this time with Windows 11's upgrade. And I ended up having to revert back to Windows 10, and all kinds of bugs took place. I don't know why in the world when Microsoft thinks that Windows 11 is like the cat's meow when it's really cat scratch fever. It's terrible. It's so terrible. If they want feedback, they should start listening to their feedback as far as does it work or not. Lots of bugs. Microsoft, you're gonna have to do better. Sorry. I mean, if you're gonna force me to go to Windows 11, I'm gonna have to pick up Linux again, and I'm sorry. It's just, and that's a huge slap in the face, I know, but not personal, just business, as they say. As you can see on my backdrop here, it is the Mandalorian stuff I created for the thumb. We're going to be picking it up from week 2. Spoiler alert and all, so FYI, we're going to be talking a little bit about the Mandalorian, what happened in part 2, just to kind of cap things off. So it left us off with the Mandalorian with Grogu going to Mandalore, having to essentially he needed to go into the water, or I should say the waters in the under the mines of Mandalore in order for him to be redeemed back into the Mandalore sect, which would allow him to be a Mandalorian once again. He is just pride bent on getting this done, and he meets an unexpected foe, gets himself trapped. This thing is like a modified looking Grievous kind of alien, captures him, and to come to find out it's like a little head. It's like a little alien that's like the size of a head attached to this Grievous looking body, but wants to feed his kind, I guess, by drawing his blood and then dissecting his flesh and all that stuff. As you can see in the second episode, there's a lot of skeletons and like left behind Mandalorian armor parts and other parts. So it gives you that little gloomy feel. Like, this is going to be a challenge. So he gets captured, sends Grogu off to get Bo-Katan, from her throne planet. She does come back. She does state, let's finish the Mandalorian off once and for all. But she comes to I would say I'm trying to think of the ship's name. Anyways, the ship that has the new R5 unit. I would have to say there's a nod with an R5 unit. I'm not sure if it's the same R5 unit that's that Mandalorian reluctantly allowed to help him on the ship or not, but it helped pilot Grogu back to where Bo-Katan was, of course, located. So once they get there, Bo-Katan's, let's finish him off once and for all, finds out that Grogu is the only person in the cockpit and notices there's an R5 unit in the back. Obviously, that was what was piloting the ship, the Naboo fighter class ship. Awesome ship, by the way. With that said, she came back, helped out the Mandalorian get out of a bind, bound up his wounds at least a little bit, but he was still weak. And of course, the Mandalorian says he's still got to get to the waters. He finally reaches the waters, recites the Mandalore code, like a baptism speech, and then he goes into the waters. Bo-Katan is watching him, and then of course they have a little bit of like almost a Han and Leia moment. And I say this because of their banter back and forth is kind of similar to that of what you would find in a Han Solo and Leia environment. I'm kind of curious to see how this develops. But she mentioned something about her father's history, stating that he was a true Mandalorian who died fighting for Mandalore and the cult of Mandalorians. Mando responds with, "I would have liked to have met your father." And this obviously got an emotional response of Bo-Katan a little bit, kind of caught her off guard. So, as soon as he gets in the water to go for the baptism, then this big, gigantus monster, I forgot the name of the monster, I'll have to look it up, but this monster grabs him all the way down to the base of this water. Apparently this thing is like 200 to 300 feet deep at least, right? So it looks like just a gigantic well of water, but it's really a very deep water basin. So Bo-Katan immediately uses her jetpack and goes down to save him. Comes back up as he grabs him from the water basin, and then looks this gigantic creature in the eye. Now, come to find out, there's a lore to this creature. And as soon as it hits me, I'll probably put it in the comments. If in the Mandalorian lore is, if you were to tame this beast, it is the equivalent of having the dark saber. So you can rule Mandalore if you have tamed this beast. So it's that much of a significance, I think, right there, where she stared this thing in the eye and nothing happened. She didn't get attacked. It was a tense moment. But it was like as if Bo-Katan knew in that moment that maybe there was like she knew this monster before, or something along that line. Curious to see what will develop with that. Mando still has a darksaber, so as you can see, the plot will unfold. Mando comes out. He's obviously hurt. And that's where basically the episode leaves off. So that's where we're going to be picking up this week. I know we weren't able to stream last week, and this week we almost didn't stream this week because of technical difficulties. So with that said, let me go ahead and see if I can get the timer up so we can get things going. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my other screen right after this intro, so stay tuned, guys. All righty then. So, how is everybody doing? I see the chat is now officially up in front of me, in front of my face. Now I can see everybody. Let's take a look and see what we got going on. We got Andy Craftalytical in the house. Loopy Miracle, my wonderful Gina. Yes, it is incredibly late. She's humming the tunes via text of my intro. What's up, Wing Zero? Good to see you. Good to see you. So what I'm trying to do, in case you're all wondering what's going on, I'm actually going to pull up a timer here. And we're going to watch The Mandalorian episode 3 from season 3. Just came out about an hour ago. And if you all want to watch along, I'm going to start the timer. And then once the timer starts, it'll kind of give you guys an idea of where I'm at in the episode. And then we can talk about it along the way. You just made it, Wingzo. Awesome. Don't worry, I had some technical issues, so you had some time to catch up. All right. Let's see if I can get this thing. Get this thing to work. Capture part. Let's see. There we go. There's the timer. And I'm going to punch it up here on Disney Plus. Make sure you guys have a subscription. I cannot distribute the video feed or the audio feed to Disney. They will shut me down so fast that Gauche would not. You wouldn't know what happened to the Gauche. It would be that bad. But because Disney is that strict about their copyright policies, guys. So make sure you have Disney ready to go. Logged in. Get your episode ready. Project Metal Music's in the house. Awesome, guys. Hey, real quick, I got actually a couple announcements to make. Go figure, in a good way, positive way. Let's give it an excellent shout out to a couple of individuals.
Excellent!
Excellent! So we got a couple of donations that came in. One time over the weekend when we went to the parade. Just a quick shout out there for Karen. Thank you, Karen, for your awesome donation through PayPal. And a awesome donation here from Earth and Sky via Cash App. Guys, thank you so much for your donation. That really helps a lot. So we appreciate it more than you know. If you guys want to check that out on how to donate, you can do so through our link tree. I believe the links are also in the description and embedded onto the banner of this channel. Let's go ahead. I love the video clips that were created for this. And this part. Be excellent to each other. But Party on, dudes! Gosh, I love that. All right, anyways, can never go wrong with a little Bill and Ted. So thank you guys for your donations. I appreciate it. So how's everybody doing that's actually here? Is everybody ready? If you have Disney Plus ready to go, I will make some commentary along the way. So once we get this thing started, my wonderful wife, Gina. Excellent. Thank you. So I'm prepping up the Mandalorian right now just to make sure I have that ready to go. Yeah. Trying to do this so I don't interfere with my other stuff. So, how many of you actually watched that Mandalorian so far? Yes, Wing Zero. Love me some Bill and Ted. If you haven't, definitely catch up on it if you can. There are ways to do it, and it's obviously suggested to watch it through Disney Plus. I cannot suggest other ways for copyright reasons. But I will not say anything if you do choose another path. I'm not encouraging such things. So Disney, I'm behaving. All right. So anyways, I did the recap. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. And I'm gonna hit the play. Here we go. We're off to the races, folks. The episode has begun. Should I do it in a deep voice?
The episode has begun. Right, Wing Zero. That's right. Secret path. Right.
Craftolitical, don't worry. Have you actually seen, let me ask you this as we're watching this start up, any of the Mandalorian? Of course it stops on me. Hold on a second. There's like a bazillion people on Disney's site right now, so no wonder it stopped on me. Dang. It straight up logged me out. What's up with that? Try this again. There we go. I'm going to start this one more time. All right, here we go. This is official. It's officially starting now. Wing Zero, yes. Ooh, it's even recapped a little bit of season 1. Maybe some hints to the history of Grogu. No, I'm at about 35 seconds in. Currently on the recap where he just got pulled underwater. Bo-Katan is just went under to get him, staring the creature in the eye. They just exited the water. Grogu watches in excitement. Lucasfilm. logo. That's where I'm at. Probably delayed also on here by about 8 to 10 seconds from here to YouTube. We are now focused on the water. I'm gonna have to dim the light a little bit, so bear with me. If I can actually see the screen. There we go. Sorry for the dimness. I'm gonna get a half-lit face. Mando, aka Din, is breathing heavily as if he's been hurt again. Bo-Katan says he's witnessed him bathing in the waters, and he is Mandalorian once again. Oh, he grabbed proof. He just scooped up some of the water. Grabs Grogu. You see anything down there? She asks. She's talking about the creature now. Oh, she's hiding the fact she saw this big creature. She asked him, did you see anything alive? And he says, no. She's like, oh, it's nothing. What is Bo-Katan up to? She wants to tame that monster and rule Mandalore is what I'm thinking. Three minutes, 27 seconds. This is where I'm at. She invited him for dinner, and he says, well, can't take... She says, you can't take off the helmet, though, can you? And he's like, this is the way. Oh, they're getting attacked by TIE interceptors. Woo! As they're flying off. Ooh, tense fight, guys. Tense fight. Mando's on the aft gun. Bo-Katan just mentioned she may have made some old Empire leftovers, remnants, a little mad by stealing some of their ships. If anybody's watched season 2, she stole a couple cruisers. Obviously, they don't like Bo-Katan very well. So it looks like they're back to their planet, but where Mando's ship is located. Mando's making a skydive. TIE fighters fly by. Mando makes it to his Nabooian fighter class ship, but there's a TIE fighter coming in hot. He's hurrying before he gets destroyed to take off. Wow! That was a cool moment. You guys got to see that. Oh boy. Flies up, back down. Playing chicken now with a TIE fighter. Hits the TIE fighter with a torpedo. Boom. One down. And about 5 other TIE fighters to go. She's trying to outmaneuver these TIE fighters in, looks like the Grand Canyon of her planet. She's trying to, you know, fly this thing like it's a Millennium Falcon. Oh, here comes Mando. 2 more left. 2 more ties left. It's an intense dogfight. They're splitting up to draw the fighters off. Bo-Katan got both fighters. Mando came around and crushed one of them. 1 more to go. Oh! Snap! Pretty much pulled a Maverick move. That was awesome, you guys. That was cool. I always like a good dogfight. Nice. Nice. Did you take any damage? Not a scratch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bombers. TIE bombers. Destroying her throne building. Oh, man, her throne. Her home's done for, guys. Bo-Katan is pissed. Bo-Katan is after... Oh, she's pissed. Missile away. She just killed one. There is an entire squadron now coming in of TIE fighters. And these are the newer TIE fighters too, the ones that are very agile. That's a lot of ships, man. There's a lot of TIE fighters. It's like the Millennium Falcon and an X-Wing, even though it's not that. Just those two against an entire fleet of TIE fighters. That was nuts. They just came in, and then they had to jet out, like right at the last second. I just escaped by the seat of the pants. Still an awesome dogfight. That was cool. That was a good start, wasn't it, Wing Zero? Pretty exciting. That's how I like these things. Keeps you engaged into the show. Oh. Well, now they're in a Republic Senate meeting. Or, no, it's like an auditorium. the doctor that was creating the blood samples from Grogu. It's the doctor, and if you remember, the last part of season 2 was taken by Mando. I can't remember. Gina Carino's character. They all captured him, took him along to find Moff Gideon so they can get Grogu back. It's the same doctor. So he's still promoting genetic mutation from donors. Surrounded by politicians. Of course. Of course it's politicians. They made a point to skew the names of the Republic, the New Republic, Empire. They're saying, oh, they don't know which one it is anymore. They're doing their own thing, kind of politics. Which suggests that maybe introducing maybe a New World Order kind of feel. Well, I'm glad I got a soothing voice. Because it's better than being annoying. You know, Wing Zero, the problem is this timeline is I think it's now. Well, Jon Favreau says from season 2 to season 3, there was at least two years of training for Grogu. So I'm thinking at this point it would be almost between 8 and 10 years since the Return of the Jedi. So in the future, past Darth Vader being obviously defeated by his son Luke Skywalker. Now that would be an interesting treat to see if we get a young maybe Kylo Ren or I should say Ben Kenobi, or not Ben Kenobi, sorry, Ben Skywalker. If they go down that road. We do know that Luke Skywalker's in his prime right now because he's now a master of his own temple. And he's also got, we also know that Ahsoka Tano is in the mix as well. We're in that timeline. She's trying to find Admiral Thrawn. She was last seen with Sabine in the Rebels last episode, trying to seek out Admiral Thrawn and Ezra Bridger. If you remember the first episode of this season, Grogu was in the middle, or when they were in the middle of light speed, Grogu peered off to the side and saw these space whales that travel light speed with them. And the only other appearance of that took place was the very last episode of Rebels, that Ezra was able to have like a animal mind meld and be able to communicate with them. Same species space whales. So there's a tie-in there that maybe Ezra Bridger may have a reappearance. We'll find out here. So this is the New Republic that the scientist is now engaging with right now. almost sounds like it's still the Empire when they're saluting the New Republic. It's really weird. That's true. It would be interesting if Anakin would come back in that way. That would be interesting. The question is, who would he come back for if he was to come back as a Force ghost? Ah, so this chick, there's a chick in here, girl, whatever. She was kind of the epitome of evil in the last group she was in. It's interesting now she's joined the New Republic, this girl. I can't remember the character name. They're talking about biscuits. So it's almost as if this doctor's got, they're building a little bit of a trauma history because of what happened with Grogu. And he's trying to find his place in the world of the New Republic. It's almost as if that's what they're trying to build storyline-wise here. The location right now is they are in Coruscant. Somebody's ringing his doorbell. So who's ringing the doctor's doorbell? Don't they have ring cameras? Who is it? Nobody's there. He opens the door, looks left, looks right. Doesn't see anybody. Looks down, sees a box. Oh, a box. Kind of like the futuristic Amazon delivery. Oh, he received a whole box of travel biscuits. He likes yellow travel biscuits. Somebody gave him a whole box, like a bulk shipment of them. Let's see. So, doctor's doing some desk work, it looks like. It's like they're transition. Okay, it's like they transition from space battles to office space. In Coruscant. While we're waiting for dialogue to take place as they're watching glowing popsicles being eaten. It's fascinating. You would like to see Grogu turn to the dark side? Wing Zero? Well, I mean, he does fancy Mandalorian Din, so in his Western-like space battle, so it doesn't bother him. Who knows? Yeah. We're kind of in the in-between timeline, too. It is suggested because of how long Yoda's species lives that Grogu may be the next, like, Master Jedi sometime in the future, past, past that timeline of Kylo Ren and Rey. I guess we'll find out. Wing Zero, yeah. It's too cute. Yes, he is too cute. What? That's the camera, yeah. No, you don't want the camera. No, put the camera back. Put the camera back. That's Grogu. Hey, you lay back down. They're looking at a rock. This doctor, this scientist is excited about touching a rock. This is a longer episode, though. It's slated for about 57 minutes. It usually goes like 40. A photon fizzle? Wonder what that is. Let me buy you a photon fizzle. So this evil chick, apparently she's better, or it looks like she's enjoying the doctor's presence. She's turning normal. I don't know. Normal good? I mean... I'm so confused by this dialogue. I have no idea what... It's almost as if they have to push emotional trauma and how to handle it in Star Wars. This is so strange. Oh, he wants to go into his own lab and experiments. He just asked this probationary medical droid. And the droid's like, no, you can't because your history indicates you've worked for cloning facilities doing bad things. You cannot do your own recreational mad scientific lab stuff. What's up, Yvonne? Welcome. We'll go into my ASMR voice if you want to. This is not an ASMR watch party. Well, Yvonne's in the house. We got Steve is in the house as well. What's up? I agree. I agree with you, Steven, 100%. I don't know if a clone of you would be applicable here. I don't know. I don't even know if I can handle a clone of myself. Gina would be like, that's too much. That's too much, Zaiden. Hey, whatever works. If I can do a watch party in ASMR tone, I mean, I kind of got the lights dim low, you know. If it works, hey, maybe I found a niche or a uniqueness to my streams. Maybe? Am I putting Gina to sleep, I wonder? Are you awake in there? Yes, so it would be so weird to have your own clone. I don't know. Oh, he's really wanting to re-engage into some of this science work. He wants to take and splice the DNA and do cloning work based off of DNA of others. That's basically what he's doing, or had been doing. But he believed in his research. He's telling this chick about it, and she's like, hey, you want me to help you with that? And he's like, kind of left uncertain. As we transition back to his office desk, 15 minutes plus of this wonderful dialogue that we are watching of Mr. Scientist figuring out his life. Oh, we just found out a lot of data is about to be destroyed that he finds. Oh, Imperial data. C-1023 request. He wants to salvage the Imperial data because he feels it could be useful. The scientist's name is L52. He is a number. Gray biscuits. He's got some more gray biscuits. Back to the psychologist slash probationary slash medical droid. Asking, oh, this is interesting. Are you feeling resentment towards the New Republic? The amnesty program. So he's what he's doing is it looks like he's trying to rebuild his status. He wants his mobile lab station. He's taking the chick. I keep saying chick, sorry. Whatever her name is. They're saying tomorrow night. Let's go. Dark undertone music is playing, which indicates this could be the beginning of something that the former emperor may want of him. He's helping the New Republic. It's the right thing to do. He's staring himself in the mirror, saying this to himself. Pans over to the black bulk box of gray biscuits. They look like military gray biscuits, you know, the type that you put in sealed wraps, you know, when you're in combat. Now they're walking towards spaceport. They're going towards a spaceport. Yeah, AI health benefits. That's a good one, Gina. It's going that way. Let me tell you, this chat GPT is just the beginning. I mean, it'll probably come to that. Smash that like and share, subscribe, and notification button to help support and make a positive difference for so many that need a wonderful community of the Gauche. Your small plug-in for the show. Stream elements, thank you. my AI stream element. The scientist looks like a Star Wars version of an older Harry Potter. Office space is limited for the elite. Oh, it's a train. It's not a spaceport. Maybe they're heading towards a spaceport in this train. So this military girl that's with him seems to be somewhat infatuated by his curiosity and desire to do his work. Oh, they're heading towards the disposal yard where they're trying to get rid of the old Imperial inventory. You're talking about slipping in and getting some of this junk or something. She's like, where do you think I got the biscuits? Can't we be promised to watch it with our Dave and he is still asleep? Yep. Man, if PC Tech was here. Or are you talking about your other son? Yvonne's other son. Okay. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Train ticket collector. Oh, they're about to jump to the next train cart. So they're basically running away from the ticket master. Show me your train ticket. No train ticket. It's just, these droids suspect they're running from them. Last train car. She's saying we're gonna jump when they're moving like 1,000 miles an hour. They're about to jump at the shipyard depot. Thanks, Yvonne. That guy's right. Like this girl knew exactly how to jump and when to jump. Oh wow, their salvage yard has some ancient, well, I should say they have some of the old Star Destroyers. Imperial Star Destroyer. Including Vader, looks like Vader's old ship. Very similar, same class of Star Destroyer that that Darth Vader was on. Junked up, you know, looks like it's half taken apart. Really cool hanging out with you guys, watching the show. This is pretty cool. About 38 minutes in. We've had probably a good 25 minutes of the scientist / doctor's dialogue, so. So there's no guards at these ships because this lady says they're inoperable, so there's no need to guard them. Something tells me she's up to something. What is she up to? Wing Zero, man, in some fashion or another, yes, Vader did come back. At least the ship did. So they brought back R5, which was the droid, if you remember, on A New Hope, Star Wars: A New Hope, the very first movie that was ever made of Star Wars. That blew its some capacitor or something where it just couldn't work, and then they had to choose R2-D2. That happened. R5 came back and now is in the hot seat helping out the Mandalorian, aka Din Djarin. We're still on the doctor dialogue. Alaya Kane is her name. Pen Pershing is the scientist name. Dr. Pershing. Is this what I think it is? Oh, nope, not what I thought it was. I was thinking it was like Darth Vader's personal quarters. But they're in a science lab. They even had petri dishes. Had petri dishes in Star Wars. Uh-oh. They have a visitor. Ooh. So he's packing up some scientific gear. Elia's going to check out the noise that she heard. They heard. They claim it's the ship settling, but they don't seem so settled about it. More noises. There is something on that ship. Now they're making a run for it. Looks like there's some security checkpoints or something like in another corridor. They saw flashlights and they said, "Oh, let's run." I'd say turn off the flashlight, big guy. Both of y'all. Oh, the rebels got him. Too bad. We have a comment that won't allow us to show. I don't know why. Wow, they're giving the doctor got caught. Essentially, is what happened here. They're about to lobotomize this doctor as a punishment. Oh, the lady set her up. Dang, she manipulated this doctor the whole time. Didn't I say she was evil before? Straight up manipulated this dude to get lobotomized. She's actually enjoying watching him suffer. Wow. That's messed up. Yeah, it's messed up. She seems uncomfortable with it, though. Oh, no. She turned the dial up, you guys. She's like, we're not going to do some bottom line lobotomy. We're going to go full scale mind warp. Now she's eating his biscuits. Finally back to the Mandalorian. Din. Finally. They're going to a secret location. Din just told Bo-Katan and instructed her to try and keep your helmet on. Right, Wing Zero? Straight up ate his yellow biscuits, man. She's evil, man. Eating some of his favorite biscuits. His favorite biscuits, man. Come on. It's not right. Manipulated him. You got his food as an added insult to injury. And he's probably so mind blown. No pun intended. Okay, pun intended. This doctor is fried. All right. So this big dude. She's back to prove, or he's back to prove that he has been to the mines. Bo-Katan is there as a witness, and he's got the water. He took a scoop of water from the. Ooh, Night Owl Clan. He recognized her Night Owl Clan symbol on her helmet. He states that he has been to the living waters. They both have. He's saving her. So the big dude that's challenging him right now is being played by Jon Favreau. FYI. So Mando may help her get some status back with her creed. That would mean she'd have to keep her helmet on. Will she follow the way? Or will she say no way? Din Djarin, thank you. And he has proof. Presents this before the Grand Leader. Bo-Katan says she was witness and pulled him out. The Grand Leader pours the water into some sort of like visionary well, and she verifies that he is and has spoke the truth. Din Djarin is now redeemed back to his Mandalorian status. Bo-Katan. She's also redeemed. She says she does not walk the way, though. She did bathe in the waters because she went down and helped him. She has not removed her helmet. She has the option to live as her ancestors once did, with honor. Ooh. Until the time she takes off her helmet, she is one of the... her entire history just got restored in 2 episodes. Wonder if my voice mod has like a Mandalorian kind of... So that was crazy. The episode just ended. So Bo-Katan has now been officially restored. Totally unexpected. It looks like she did not expect that at all. She went in to help Din Djarin. Came back out, bathed in the waters. Helmet was still on. And the Grand Leader of the Mandalorian cult said, "You now can redeem your entire family history on the planet of Mandalore right now." So my theory, 1 of 2 theories, working theories right now. She's got status. Finally got status. 2, she can either battle for the Darksaber, as Jon Favreau's character did, and lost. Or she can go back down and find that living creature that, if she tames, that is also the equivalent of having the rights to rule Mandalore. She has an opportunity right now to take the throne once again with her royal blood. So that's going to be an interesting storyline. Mando is kind of stuck in the middle with this one. Din Djarin. Where his path goes from here is a little bit more unknown because he's still got the Darksaber. So what does he do with the Darksaber? He may be able to train and keep it. Now, here's a working theory, and it just kind of hit me. I suspect that Din Djarin will be able to keep the Darksaber without having to worry about losing it, because Bo-Katan will have rights with her taming that creature underwater in the living waters of Mandalore. If she does this and rules Mandalore that way, without the Darksaber, she would not have the need for Din Djarin. So now this could go 2 ways. There could be maybe a little bit of a relationship thing between maybe Din Djarin and Bo-Katan. Or, and I suspect the other possibility is she'll just rule by herself back to her old status on Mandalore. Din Djarin will make his own way and make another path back to, like, say, here's what I suspect. He'll probably meet up with, if anybody has watched the show Rebels, Sabine. This is going to be key because she knows everything there is about the Darksaber as well. She was trained, assisted with learning the Darksaber if anybody remembers Ezra Bridger's old master. I can't for the life of me remember his name. But Freddie Prinze Jr., I think, played his voice. I think. Chat, help me out if you can remember, if you watch Rebels. But anyways, my point I'm trying to make here is that Sabine, like I said at the beginning of the show, she and Ahsoka Tano were on mission to find Admiral Thrawn and Ezra Bridger. So it split off in the middle of second season of Mandalorian, where I'm trying to focus on timeline, where you have Ahsoka Tano appears, helps Din Djarin with Grogu as far as finding a way to get him back with the Jedi, and eventually Grogu meets Luke Skywalker at the end of season 2. But if anybody remembers that storyline with Ahsoka Tano, she was seeking specifically Admiral Thrawn and battled for the rights to find him with the other leader of the whatever band of bandits or whatever that little place was where she had the Beskar spear, where Din Djarin eventually got ownership to that. And anyways, so we have Ahsoka Tano focusing on finding Admiral Thrawn. Now, where's Sabine in the story? Because she had been tagging along with Ahsoka Tano during the time of the Rebels at their last episode, which leads into the same timeline as the Mandalorian. I strongly suspect that, I'm going back to this theory of Din Djarin splits off from the storyline of Bo-Katan to meet up with Sabine. She probably helps train him with a darksaber. But ultimately, their small maybe storyline would be to help find the illustrious character of Ezra Bridger. Now we know, here's what we do know, and this is what was leaked. Ezra Bridger's character, there is already an actor that's been announced to play his role. Now, because of that leak, we know that there will be an appearance for the character of Ezra Bridger. We just don't know where, when, if it's going to happen in maybe a show of Ahsoka Tano, if it's going to happen within the Mandalorian season 3. I suspect it will happen in Mandalorian season 3. I say that because they teased those space whales at the beginning of this season. So I really think that there will be an appearance of Ezra Bridger sometime in the next few episodes. That's what I'm betting on. And even Sabine. So Sabine, if you're not sure who that is, she's like the equivalent of Bo-Katan in a way, but she's kind of her own. She does her own thing, kind of goes her own way. She's got that artistry feel to her. Like she likes the tattoo looks or the graffiti. She's got that kind of character. She's also experienced with the darksaber. So I'm really curious to see if that'll develop. As of right now, my guess is Bo-Katan will have status, and this is what I'm thinking here will happen on the next episode. If they don't kill us with more Dr. Whatever his name is, and that girl that manipulated him to get brain fried, if they don't put more dialogue into that. I have no idea what that was even about. I feel like that was a filler. Like that part was just a filler. I think it's just like in my opinion, they're pushing some sort of emotional trauma awareness within Star Wars. But yet, this girl just kind of leads them on to get mind blown, mind fried, whatever. So I really don't know. If you guys have any working theories about that, leave a comment. Because I honestly thought that was about 20 minutes of complete waste of storyline time. That's my humble opinion, unless they blow that up for something else later on in the season. So, anyways, Bo-Katan, she gets her status. She becomes on this path, obviously, to become once again the ruler of Mandalore. That, I think, is going to be her ultimate objective. I think that is the main storyline right now for Bo-Katan, because she now has status. She didn't realize that she would have this status, and probably wasn't aware of it until after the leader of the Mandalorian sect said, look, you have an opportunity. You bathed in the living waters. You kept your helmet on since. Now you have an opportunity. And she has royal blood. I say she's going to be ruling Mandalore. Point blank. How she gets there is where that's where the question is. So if we follow the story path, it's going to probably lead there with or without Din Djarin. So I'm kind of curious to see that development. So is there a possibility that Din Djarin will go with her to Mandalore and help her? Yes, but not permanently. As you can see, they went to Mandalore and the place was pretty desolate, so they would have to rebuild. My guess is that she will end up taking a team, do the rebuild. That whole timeline will go into another direction. I still say that Mandalore, aka Din Djarin, will move on to his path with Grogu, find Sabine, Ezra Bridger. That story path will develop in the next 2 to 3 episodes. That's my prediction. Yep. Yeah, clearly this is about a 53-minute film or show. Yes, I can stop the timer. So let's hear it. What are your guys' opinion? What do you guys think? You've heard my theory. What's your guys' theory? Let's see what we got here. Yep. Wing Zero, good night. Yep. Thanks for tagging along, guys. It was a lot of fun. Well, if you have any working theories, go ahead and place them in the comments. I got to get some sleep. I know Gina has to get some sleep. Been rambling on a little bit about theories, but that's where we're at. So appreciate everybody tagging along and watching. Don't forget, if you like this, please hit the like, subscribe button, share it. Don't forget, we got a link tree. Obviously, Stream Elements has been posting that all night. So thank you, Stream Elements. And of course, donations, if you wish to do so. Those links are also available through the link tree, through Stream Elements, and of course, our main page on the banner. So thank you guys for, once again, coming in to do a watch party with me with The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 3. We'll see if we can't do this again next week. Until the next time, you guys, it's been a pleasure. Love you guys. Till next time. Peace out. Night, night.